There is something no one tells you about healing. That one of the hardest parts is not learning to stop loving the wrong people. It is learning to let the right love in. It is learning to receive. And for some women, that is the most frightening thing they have ever been asked to do. Not because they do not want love. They want it desperately. They have always wanted it. But somewhere along the way, love stopped feeling safe to receive. And so they learned to give instead. Because giving felt like control. Because giving felt like purpose. Because giving meant they could not be caught needing something they were never sure they deserved. If this is you, this video is for you. Not to fix you, not to tell you what you are doing wrong, but to sit with you in this and to ask, what would it feel like to finally let love reach you? I want to pause here for just a moment. If this video is touching something in you already, please subscribe to this channel. Leave a kind word in the comments. Share this with a woman in your life who needs to hear it. This community is built by women who see each other, and your presence here matters. Now, let us go deeper. She never thought of herself as someone who pushes love away. That was not the story she told about herself. Her story was that she loved deeply, that she was loyal, that she would do anything for the people she cared about. And all of that was true, every word of it. But there was another truth she had not yet seen, that she loved deeply, but from a distance, that her loyalty was real, but it was also a wall, that she would do anything for the people she loved, and that doing was how she kept them from getting too close. As long as she was the one giving, she was in control of what entered. As long as she was the one pouring, nothing could pour into her without her permission. And she never gave permission, not fully, not completely, because complete receiving meant complete vulnerability, and complete vulnerability meant they could see her, all of her, not just the strong part, not just the capable part, not just the woman who had it together, but the part that was uncertain, the part that was afraid, the part that did not know if she was enough. And she could not risk someone seeing that part and leaving. This is where it begins for most women. Not in a dramatic moment, in something quiet, in childhood, in the small, ordinary moments where love was supposed to arrive, and it did not. Or it arrived with conditions. Or it arrived and then disappeared without warning. And a little girl learned, do not count on it. Do not open your hands to receive something that might be taken away. Do not let yourself need it, because needing it and not getting it is the worst feeling in the world. So she closed, not all at once, not deliberately, gradually, the way a flower closes in the cold, not because it does not want sunlight, but because it has learned that the cold comes without warning, and it must protect itself. She protected herself, and that protection served her for a long time. It kept her safe. But protection that was built for a little girl does not always fit a grown woman. And sometimes the walls we built to survive childhood become the walls that keep love out in adulthood. Here is what it looks like in a relationship. He says, I love you, and she smiles, and something inside her tightens, not because she does not believe him, but because she does not know what to do with it. She does not know how to simply receive those words and let them land, so she deflects. She says, I love you too quickly before the moment can settle. Or she makes a joke, or she changes the subject, or she finds something wrong, some reason why the love is not quite real, some evidence that it will not last, so she does not have to feel the terrifying softness of being truly loved. He does something kind for her. He brings her flowers. He makes her tea without being asked. He notices she is tired and says, "Go rest, I will handle this." And instead of receiving it, she feels uncomfortable. She says, "You did not have to do that." She says, "I was going to do it myself." She says, "Thank you," and then immediately thinks of something she can do for him in return. Because receiving without giving back immediately feels like debt. It feels like owing. It feels like she is taking something she has not earned, and she has spent her whole life earning love. The idea that it could simply arrive freely without her having to do anything to deserve it does not compute. It does not feel like love. It feels like a trap, and so she keeps him at a length she can manage. She lets him close, but not that close. She shares herself, but keeps something back. She loves him, but from behind a window, she can see him. He can see the version of her she has chosen to show. But the full woman, the unguarded, unarmored, fully open woman, she has never let him meet her. She is not sure she has met her either. There is a particular kind of loneliness in this. It is the loneliness of being loved and not being able to feel it. He is right there. His love is real. She knows it is real, but it is like standing in the rain, in a coat so thick that not a single drop reaches your skin. You know it is raining. You can see it. You can hear it, but you cannot feel it. And you are so thirsty. You have always been so thirsty, and the water is right there, and you cannot feel a single drop. That is what it is to be a woman who cannot receive love. Not unlovable, not unloved, just unreachable, even to herself. So what does it take to change? It does not take perfection. It does not take years of therapy before you are allowed to try. It begins with something smaller than that. It begins with a moment of noticing. The next time someone offers you something, a compliment, a kindness, a gesture of love, and you feel the urge to deflect, notice it. Do not fight it yet. Just notice. There it is. The tightening, the discomfort, the urge to give something back immediately or to minimize what was just offered. Notice it, and then, just for a moment, pause before you deflect. Take a breath and try to let it land, even for just 3 seconds. Even if it feels unbearable, let the compliment sit without a but. Let the kindness settle without an immediate return. Let the "I love you" reach you before you send one back. 3 seconds. That is where it begins. It begins with believing you are worth receiving. And this is the hardest part, because every wall she has built, every deflection, every closed door has been built on a belief. The belief that she is not quite enough. That the love, if she really let it in, if she really opened all the way, would find something in her that it did not want to stay for. And so she controls the access. She shows the good parts. She performs the lovable version. She earns and earns and earns, so that if love leaves, at least she can say she tried her best. At least she gave everything. The leaving will still hurt, but it will not be because she was not enough. It will be because she was not enough even after everything, which is a more bearable story, even though it is a sadder one. But here is the truth she has not yet allowed herself to believe. She is enough. Not after she fixes the things she is afraid of. Not when she has healed completely. Not once she has become the version of herself she is working toward. Now, as she is, uncertain and unfinished and still figuring it out. She is enough now, and love, real love, does not require her performance. Real love is not waiting for her to earn it. Real love is not a reward for good behavior. Real love is not something she has to maintain with constant giving, or it will disappear. Real love says, I see you, all of you, the strong parts and the frightened parts, the open parts and the closed parts, the woman you are on your best days, and the woman you are when everything falls apart. I see all of it, and I am not going anywhere. She has never quite believed that was possible, but it is. It exists, and she deserves to experience it. Receiving love is a practice. Like any practice, it feels awkward at first. It feels unnatural. It feels like too much. It feels like standing in a room with no walls, when your whole life you have lived behind them, but you practice anyway. You let someone carry something for you. You say yes when someone offers to help. You sit with a compliment for longer than is comfortable. You tell someone what you need, even when your throat tightens around the words. You practice being seen, not all at once, not perfectly, a little at a time, a crack in the wall, then another, until the light starts coming through, and one day you will be sitting across from someone who loves you, and they will say something kind, and instead of deflecting, instead of minimizing, instead of immediately giving something back, you will simply receive it. You will let it land. You will feel it, really feel it. And something in you, something that has been waiting a very long time, will exhale. She is learning. She is sitting with the discomfort of being seen. She is practicing. Some days she deflects and catches herself and tries again. Some days she lets a little more in than the day before. Some days she tells someone what she needs and waits to see if the world ends, and it does not. She is learning that love does not have to be earned. She is learning that needing things is not weakness. She is learning that the right person will not leave when they see the parts of her she has been hiding. She is learning, slowly, beautifully, that she is allowed to be loved, not just to love, to be loved, to sit in it, to feel it, to let it reach her all the way down. She is learning, and that is everything. If this found you today, if something in this touched a part of you, you have been quietly carrying, you are welcome here. This is a safe place. You do not have to perform here. You do not have to have it together. You do not have to earn your place in this community. You just have to show up, and you already did that. Leave A in the comments if this reached you. Share this with a woman who needs to hear it. Subscribe so you never miss a week. This is Mama Amelia, and I will see you next time.